can't figure out where I'm going to set this up at because I need my phone on the charger. Okay, give me a second, y'all. Give me a second. Just give me a second. Alright, y'all. Alright, I got a new book for y'all. I started over the live because somebody irritated me. That's creepy as fuck, and I just gotta start a new book. You know what I'm saying? And my mother here, so and that other book got a lot of explicit shit in it. I know I'm grown, but like I don't do all that cussing and shit. Alright, I got my mom's. Okay. Okay, so it's a book called A Brutal Murder, A Secret Relationship, and One Shockingly Good Liar. That is a girl on the cover, but it's by Justin or Justin. What? I don't know if I can know. Y'all see his name on here? It's about that person. Alright, so yeah, I want me to read y'all the back. I'm gonna probably read y'all the back of it so you know what you're getting into. Okay. I will tell you my story and I will tell it straight. No lies, no omissions. That's my promise. This time I truly mean it. Okay, it say Makai is a liar. That's the one thing she won't lie about. Over the years, she duped her classmates, her teachers, even her parents, and she's always managed to stay one step ahead of her lies. That is, until her boyfriend Zach dies under mysterious, what? Yeah, mysterious circumstances. Their relationship wasn't expectedly typical. I mean, their relationship wasn't exactly typical, and now it's time to come clean. At first, the truth comes easily because it is a lie. The second truth is so unbelievable, so oh, so unbelievable, so outside the realm of normal that it must be a lie. And the honest truth is buried deep in Makai's mind, where even doesn't, where even she doesn't know if it's real. It say readers will get chills and be guessing and theorizing long after they finish this gripping story. Makai's suspenseful supernatural tale is engrossing. The chilling story that she spins will have readers' hearts racing. Okay. Okay. It's a dark, gripping page turner and engrossing story of teenage life on the margins. Mackay's story makes compulsive reading and the what ending will leave readers haunted long after closing the book. I guess it's a Mackay's character is too engrossing to stop reading. But LeBall is there. I don't know. Is a novel of twists and turns. Sorry, it is an original read for teens who enjoy psychological theories. Liar is an intensely compelling read, and Mackay's tale is a what convoluted. I don't fucking know. Dark and complex one that is as thought, but yeah, what and complex one that is as thought provoking as it is scary, thrilling. Sorry, and will not fail to surprise you, the compulsive reader. Hmm. Okay. Okay. Here's my pen. What's the one? What the bingo? In that book, no. Yeah. I don't know what I did with my fucking pen. What the hell? This shit. Hey. Okay, there we go. Alright, here we go. Let me get some water. And we'll start. My fucking head is cold, but it's cool. Okay. Okay, part one. Telling the truth. Promise. Okay, I was born with a light covering of fur. After 3 days, it had all fallen off, but the damage was done. My mother stopped trusting my father because it was a family condition he had not told her about. one of one of many omissions and lies. My father is a liar, and so am I. But I'm going to stop. I have to stop. I will tell you my story, and I will tell it straight. No lies, no omissions. That's my promise. This time I truly mean it. Says after. When Zach. I ain't skipping that. Okay. After. When Zach isn't in school Tuesday morning, I am worried. He said he'd call me Monday night, but didn't. Friday night was the last time I saw him. That isn't usual. Zachary Rubin is my boyfriend. He isn't the best boyfriend in the world, but he usually does what he says he will. If he was going to skip school, he'd have he'd have taken me with him. We could have gone running in the park or riding around on the subway all day laughing at the crazies, which is mostly everyone. Once we walked from the Staten Island ferry all all the way up to Inwood, right next to the big hospital and the bridge that leads to the Bronx. It took us all day. We'd get sidetracked, kept sidetracked, checking things out, looking around, enjoying the novelty of walking instead of running. Broadway was our path north through the island. Zach said it should it Zach said it used to be an Indian trail, which made it the oldest street in Manhattan. That it twists and turns sometimes on the diagonal, sometimes straight like an avenue. Me and Zach had an argument about to what the water under the bridge to the Bronx was called. Was it the Hudson or the East River? Or did they meet in the middle under the bridge? Whatever it was called, the water was gray, brown, and nasty looking, so it could have been either one. That was our best day together. I hope Zach isn't doing anything that cool without me. I'll kill him if he is. I eat lunch on my way. I mean, I eat lunch on my own. I ate cold steak sandwich. The bread is gray and wet, soggy with meat juice. I eat the steak and throw the rest away. In class, I stare at the window, watch the reflection of my classmates, superimposed in mold glass over gray steel bars. I think about what Zach looks like when he smiles at me. After the second day, Zach isn't At school, I wear a mask. Keep I keep it on for 3 days. I forged a note from my dad to say I have a gruesome rash, and the doctor told me to keep it covered. I carried the note with me from class to class. They all buy it. My dad brought the mask back from Venice. It's it's black leather painted with silver and furls, yeah, at each corner like a fern. The silver is real. Under it, my skin itches. They tell us Zach is dead during third period on Thursday. Principal Paul Jones comes into our classroom. He isn't smiling. There are murmurs. I hear Zach's name. I look away. I have bad news, the principal says unnecessarily. I can smell the bad news all over him. Now we all look at him. Everyone is quiet. His eyes are slightly red. I wonder if he is going to all the classes or just us seniors. Surely we would be first. Zach is a senior. I can hear the minute hand of the clock over the white board. It doesn't it doesn't tick. It clicks. Click, 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 click. No ticks, no talks. There is a fly in the room. There is a fly in the room. The the fan slices through the air. A murky silver of sunlight cuts across the front of the. I'm sorry, I'm trying to fucking bite the lip. A mercury silver of sunlight cuts across the front of the classroom, right where the right where the principal is standing. It makes visible the dust in the air, the lines around his eyes, across his forehead, at the corners of his mouth. Sarah Washington shifts in her chair and its legs squeak painfully loud across the wooden floor. I turn, stare at her. Everyone else does too. She looks away. Zachary Reuben is no longer missing. His body has been found. Principal Paul's lips move into something between a grimace and a snarl. The sound moves around the classroom. It takes me a moment to realize that half the girls are crying. A few of the boys, too. Sarah Washington is rocking back and forth, her eyes enormous. Mine are dry. I take off the mask before. The first 2 days of my freshman year, I was a boy. It started in the first class of my first day Yeah, it started in the first class of my first day of high school English. The teacher, Adiri, Adira Gupta, um, reprimanded me for not paying attention. She called me Mr. Wilkins. No one calls anyone Mr. or Miss or anything like that at our school. Gunter was pissed. I stopped staring out the window, turned to look at her, wondering if there was another Wilkins in the class. In the room. Yes, you, the Mackay Wilkins. When I am talking, I expect your full and undivided attention to me, not to the traffic outside. No one giggled or said she's a girl. I'd been mistaken for a boy before, not often, but enough that I wasn't completely surprised. I have n- I have nappy hair. I wear it natural and short, cut close to my scalp. That way, I don't have to bother with relaxing and straightening or combing it out. My chest is flat and my hips narrow. Oh my god. I don't wear makeup or jewelry. None of them either. Students nor teachers had ever seen me before. Is that clear? Gunther said, still glaring at me. I nodded and mumbled in as slow a voice as I could. Yes, ma'am. They were the first word. They were the first words I spoke at my new school. This time, I wanted to keep a low profile, be invisible, not be the one everyone pointed at when I walked around the corridor. See, see that one? That's Mackay. She's a liar. No, seriously, she lies about everything. I never lied about everything, just about my parents, Somali pirates, professional gamblers, drug dealers, spies, where I was from, what? Liechtenstein, Arabia, Australia, Zimbabwe. Oh my god, I had the camera on. What I done, grifted, hold up, what I done, in parentheses, drifted, won bravery medals, been kidnapped, stuff like that. I never lied about what I was before. Why not be a boy? A quiet, sullen boy is hardly weird at all. A boy who runs, doesn't shop, isn't interested in clothes or shows on TV. A boy like that is normal. What could be more invisible than a normal boy? I would be a better boy than I'd ever been a girl. At lunch, I sat at the same table as three boys. Yeah, Yeah, I sat at the same table as three boys I'd seen in class: Tyshawn Williams, Will Daniels, and Zachary Rubin. I'd love to say that one look at I, I, I'd love to say that one look at Zach and I knew that would be a lie, and I'm not doing that anymore. Remember, he just he was just another guy, and an olive skin, a olive skinned white boy, looking pale and weedy compared to Tashawn, whose skin is darker than my dad's. They nodded. I nodded. They already knew each other. Their conversation was littered with names they all knew, places, teams. I ate my balls in tomato soup. In tomato sauce. And I ate my meatballs and tomato sauce and decided that after school I'd run all the way to Central Park. I'd keep my sweatshirt on. It was baggy. You play ball? Tyshawn asked me. I nodded because it was safer than asking which kind. Boys always knew stuff like that. We got a pickup going after. Yeah, we got a pickup going after, he said. I grunted as boyishly as I could. It came out lower than I expected, like a wolf, like a wolf had moved into my throat. You in? Zach asked, punching me lightly on the shoulder. Sure, I said. Where? There. He jerked his thumb in the direction of the park next to the school. The one with a gravel basketball court and I stunted baseball and a stunted baseball diamond and a merry-go-round hold up, too close to be much used when a game was in progress. I'd run past it dozens of times. There was pretty much always a game going on. The the bell rang. Tyshawn stood up and slapped my back. See you later. I grinned at how easy it was. Being a boy was fast becoming my favorite life. School history. All the white kids sit together. All the white kids with money, I mean. Our high school is small and progressive and costs money. Not expensive like the uptown schools, but it's not free except for the scholarship kids who mostly aren't white. They're here tuition free, only having to pay for their books. They mostly don't go on field trips. Most of the white kids don't believe in God. Most of us black kids do. I'm undecided, stuck somewhere in between. Same way I am with everything. Half black, half white, half girl, half boy. Coasting on a scholarship. I'm half of everything. After We we are all sit hold up. We are all sent to counseling. There are there are individual sessions and group ones. The group session is first. It's a nightmare. Jill Wayne, yes, really makes us move the desk and arrange the chairs in a large circle. I've been forced to see Wayne before. She is achingly sincere. She believes most everything you tell her, even my lies. We sit in the chairs with no desk to hide behind. I wish I were in the library studying. Brandon Duncan stares at the boobs I barely have. Sarah Washington turns to look at me too. Her gaze rests somewhere below my eyes, but not so low as Brandon's. Why do you tell? Why do you lie all the time? She asks softly. Why do you? I said. I say, through I've never known her to lie. I said, though I've never known her to lie. I say it quietly. I say it quiet as her, staring right back, furious as I can, pushing my gaze through the pores of her dark skin. I imagine I can feel the blood moving in her veins, the sound of the sound of breath in her lungs, the movement of the synapse in her brain. She is all buzzes and clicks. Everyone lies. We're here to talk about what's happening, about how we feel. The counselor says, "Is there anything you want to share about?" Don't say his name, Sarah. Don't say his name, Sarah shouts. Now everyone is staring at her. Her heart pumps faster, pushing the blood through her veins. I won't, Jill Wayne says. Not if you don't want me to. Counselors always say stuff like that. I've seen lots of counselors, psychologists, shrinks, and therapists. They're all the same. They're supposed to stop me lying, yet they believe everything I tell them. We don't. Sarah mumbles. I haven't met most of you before. Tell me about yourselves. Let's go around the circle. Say the first word you can think of to describe yourself. Jill Wing nods at me. Furious, I say. Sasha, Sarah shrugs. Cool, Brandon says. Several people laugh. Hot, Tayshawn says. He's the most popular guy in school, so there's laughter. But I'm pretty sure he doesn't mean it that way. Not sexy hot. More like prickly hot. Like he needs to loosen his collar. Mine itches at me. The heat is up too high. The steam pipes clank and grunt. and ground, shouting their own words. Each student says a word, none of them is right. The door is behind me, less than 6 feet away. I imagine vaulting out of the circle over Sarah in her chair, glaring at her own knees. I can run away. I will run away. Gray, Sarah says, closing the circle of words. A tear eases down her cheek to match it, clings to her chin for less than a second before falling onto the wool clothes of her pants and disappearing. Doesn't does anyone want to talk about Jill pauses, swallowing Zach's name. I hear he was very popular. You should ask Mackay, Brandon says. She was his girlfriend. There's laughter. They are all staring at me now. Everyone except Sarah. Her head is bowed further, her breath shallow as she tries to stop crying. She is close to losing control. I hope she will. Very funny, Tayshawn says, glaring at Brandon. I can see he doesn't believe it. Tayshawn is Zach's best friend, has been since the third grade. I want to kill Brandon. I know why he told them to make trouble. That's what Brandon does. But how did he know? Everyone is still staring. I hold my chin high and stare back at them. When people look at me, my skin crawls, but I never let them see it. Do you want to say something, Makai? Jill Wayne asks. No, I say. She wasn't his girlfriend, Sarah says. I was. Tayshawn and Chanel and others agree with her. You were his at school girlfriend, Brandon tells Sarah. Makai was for after hours. Sarah goes back to her crying. Tayshawn looks like he might kill Brandon. I'd be happy to help. Jill Wayne looks from Brandon to Sarah to me. I can see her weighing what to say. I have a question. What Alondro says. She nods for him to continue. Everyone's talking about grieving and all that shit. Sorry stuff. Whatever. But no one's saying what happened to him. We keep hearing rumors and there are cops and that yeah, there are cops in that, but no one's saying what's up. Not really. So, is the rumor true? Was he murdered? The counselor spreads her hands wide, makes eye contact with all of us to reassure us that what she is about to say is true. I know as much as you do. The police are investigating to determine whether a crime has taken place. Alondra tries to say anything else, but he doesn't look satisfied. No one does. After. When the counseling session ends, I go into one of the stalls in the bathroom, lock the door, lower the lid, and sit down, thoughts beating loud in my head, I mean, drowning the noise of toilets flushing, what, faucets turning on and off, hair dryers louder than a generator, and more uh what distinctly just okay, whatever. The sound of steam of the sound of steam in the pipes, traffic. I hold my head with my hands to keep it from exploding. My thoughts are all Zach, all about him being dead, no air in his lungs, no blood in his veins. Or would it still be there, but not moving? Stall, yeah, stall air, congealed blood. Zach is dead. I will never see him, never kiss him. He is gone. I know you're in there. Sarah Washington calls, knocking on the stall door. I saw you come in. What do you want? Is it true? She calls. I open the door. Sarah steps back from me, her eyes wide. She's afraid of me, I realize, and accidentally sets off one of the dryers. She startles. What you got? 42 minutes. I go to the sink, squeeze soap out of metal onto onto my palms, put my hands under the tap, and when the water appears, go to the next sink. This time the sensor works. I wash my hands thoroughly, under fingernails, between fingers, backs of my hands, wrists, then rinse until each sud is gone and the slimy feel of soap erased. Above the sink are windows, what, a pocket, a pocket with wire set into the glass, nailed shut. The metal bars on the other side, facing the street. That my hands hovered over the sink, dripping. You should be in class, Sarah says. So should you. Study period. So is it true she's come to a rest by the door, leaning against it, staring at me? The question is eating at her. She's much prettier than I am. Why would Zach spend time with me? Is what true? I ask. Why is she asking me about that truth? About the truth. She knows I'm a liar. They all do. Were you and him? She stops, takes a few steps toward me and then away. Why don't you ask Brandon? I ask. He seems to know everything. Why ask me? Because she begins, takes because she begins, she takes another step And then pauses. How does Brandon know about you and him? How would Brandon know and me not? Zach was my boyfriend. He told me everything, she says, but her voice falters. No one tells anyone everything. I stick my hands under the nearest dryer, wincing at the noise and hot air. Back, front, wrist, palms is better than listening to Sarah. So, is it true? She asks, raising her voice to compete with the roar. Why would why would I tell you? I say softly. There's no moisture left on your hands. They are starting to roast. It's a fucking mosquito. Ew. Now a mosquito tried to get me, y'all. They starting to roast, but I keep turning them back and forth. He was my boyfriend, she says. Everyone knew that. Why would Brandon say that you were? Why don't you ask him? She shakes her head. I did. It didn't help. He's still dead. She slumped, wavering between me and the door, her eyes heavy with tears. I wonder how they how there can be any water left in her. Brandon loves to make trouble. I step away from the dryer, ignore the stinging on my hand. True, I say. After hours, girlfriend, she says, echoing Brandon's tone of voice. I never even saw him look at you. Not once. There you go then. He didn't come to school sometimes. And girl, I've seen it already. You're ruining my video. Alright, it was that. He didn't come to school sometimes, and you're always skipping class, skipping whole days. Is that where he went? Was he with you? No, I say. He wasn't my boyfriend. I don't believe you. You never tell the truth. Then why ask? She steps away, leans against the wall again, as though standing is too hard, too much effort. So, girl, it was a effort. She cries harder. I want to know what happened to him. His parents won't even let me see his body. How do I know he's dead if they won't let me see? I can't imagine her wanting to see a dead body. She won't even cut up rats in biology. Well, I heard he was shot. I say, even though I haven't heard any such thing, that can't look good. I try to imagine, but I can only see the whole Zach smiling at me, laughing. I saw my grandma. I saw my grandma dead, Sarah says. She was lying in a coffin, all bundled in white silk fabric, her hands around this big bunch of white lilies. Open casket, they call it. All I could think of was how much she hated flowers. How much she hated flowers. Cut ones, I mean, always said they were pointless and a waste. What are they going to do? She asks. Rot, that's what. Best leave 'em growing. That's what That's what happens when you die. You rot. Sarah doesn't bother to wipe away her tears. I can't believe he's dead. Everyone liked him. Who would kill him? Who would hate him that much? Do you know? I don't, but I want to know. I never saw Zach for any. Yeah, I never saw Zach hurt anyone, not on purpose. He preferred things to slide. He preferred things to slide by for everyone to be easy. He didn't like to argue or fight or even mildly disagree. He'd shrug and say, sure, whatever. It wasn't that he was a pushover. He mostly got things to bend his way, but without any obvious effect. His kisses were sure and easy too. I put my hands to my mouth, remembering what he tasted like. You were with him, Sarah said, staring at my mouth, weren't you? After the day I found out Zach is dead is the longest day of my life. School has always sucked. Now, now it's hell. Everyone is staring at me. Not just Sarah, not just everyone from the counseling session, but every student in the entire school, even the freshmen, the teachers, the administrative staff, the janitors. It's much worse than when they found out I wasn't really a boy. So Zach is dead. I cannot make sense of that. How can he be dead? I saw him Friday night. He climbed a tree in Central Park. We kissed, we ran. Principal Paul must have it wrong. I wish everyone would stop looking at me. They think they know something about me and Zach, that we were whatever it is that we were. That somehow they have something on me. They don't. I keep my head down, try to block my ears the slut cough, to the slut coughs, try to study in the library, try not to think about Zach, try not to think about anything other than my studies. Brandon mouths a word at me as the final bell rings. Killer. At least I think that's what it is. I push my way out of class down the corridor. down the front steps quick as I can with backpack slung over the shoulder. Slung over shoulder, hands gripping the straps tight, away from school, from people I know. Oh shit. Away from school, from people I know. When I turned the corner onto West Broadway, I took off. I run all the way to Central Park, and once I get there, I run harder and faster, lifting knees high, pumping arms hard. I run distance at a sprint. I pass even the fastest joggers. No one is as fast and what and fevered as me. I'm going to run all the poison and whispers and grief out of my veins. I don't go home until I'm run into the ground and taking another step would kill me. Family history. You probably think I'm weird with the mask and the short and the sort of but not really boyfriend who's dead and all the lies. Past lies, I mean, I haven't lied to you and I won't. Saying that Zach was my boyfriend when he was mostly Sarah's is not a lie. He was mine, like Brandon said after hours. You want to know why I lied to you want to know why I used to lie? Let me tell you about my family. My parents are still together living in the same house. When they aren't arguing, they're dotting. I can never decide which is worse. My dad's name is Isaiah Wilkins. He's black like me. My mom is Maudie. Oh no. I don't know how to say her fucking name. Or was she's Maudie Wilkins now. She's white, though Dad doesn't believe it. Dad can see the Dad can see the black in everyone even when it isn't there. He tells the world the way he wishes, not the way it is. Dad says mom's hair is near as nappy as his own, and doubt that her full lips come from anywhere white. Mom laughs. How would she know? She's adopted and hated her family. She ran away. I've never met my mother's family, just dad's. Dad's dad was black, but his mom is white. Grandmothers, our our whole family, our whole family. She was alive. Uncle, great uncle Hiller, the oldest ones left. Great would be to understate. would be too understated. They state they take they take keeping to your own a long way past crazy. They stay on their farm, all 200 acres of it. They are self sufficient. They don't understand why everyone doesn't do the same thing. Grandmother has never been down to the city. The Wilkins came to New York State more, excuse me, more than a century ago, all the way from Poland or Russia or the Ukraine, one of those. They're from the Carpathian Mountains where they lived for generations, going into town as seldom as possible, living far from other families. Mountain people long lived, real thin, cranky, and but tech, 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 they brought that mountain chill all the way to America, to upstate New York, where they live and breathe. Get getting older and crankier and skinnier. That's my family, all of them much weirder than me before. After the end of the the second day of my freshman year, Sarah Washington found me out. Nothing dramatic. I didn't slip up and go into the girls' room. I laughed. Sarah heard me. Not you're not a boy, she says. We were in the hall. Brandon Duncan slipped. I am not making this up on a banana peel. I laughed. Lots of people laughed, but Sarah was walking past me. She heard me laugh. She turned. You're not a boy, she said again. Huh? I repeated, continuing toward the exit. Boys don't laugh like that, she said, walking beside me, her voice rising. He what? Tayshawn said, sliding across escape. We played hoops yesterday. He was staring at me now, moving in close. I was forced toward the wall. She shoots like a boy. You are a girl, aren't you? Look at her cheeks, no fluff. I'm only 14, I squeaked, my voice betraying me. Now, Lucy O'Hara was staring. Will Daniels, too, and Zach. All of them crowded around me, sorry. You're a girl, Sarah says, Sarah said, admitted. I'm a boy, I declared, wanting to push through them to run. Let's pull off her clothes, Will said, laughing. No, for sure that way. I hugged my school bag to my chest. Girl, Tayshawn shouted. Boy would have guarded his nuts. Ha, you fooled us good, Makai. He nudged Will. A girl beat you, man. A girl. Will looked down, saying nothing, and kicked his shoes into the floor. I fought an urge to cry. I'd love playing hoops with them. Tayshawn and Zach were so good, especially Zach. When you play with the boys and they know you're a girl, they either won't pass to you or treat you as if you're too fragile to breathe, or they'll try to beat you down. Whatever way it goes, it sucks. Playing as a playing as a guy had been so great. They passed me. They passed to me, guarded me, blocked my shots, body checked me so hard my teeth rattled, rattled. But now Will wouldn't look at me. Zach had already gone. Freak, Lucy said, walking away. Sarah stares at me a second longer than walking after her. Then there was me alone, leaning against the wall, bag still clutched together. I mean, still clutched tight as more and more students flooded by. I waited till they were all gone. Looking back, I saw the banana peel trampled, broken into bits, still identifiable, identifiably a banana peel. After I come into the apartment fast as I can, zooming through the kitchen without glancing at Dad, who says hi, looking at myself in my room, collapse on the bed. My eyes are sharp and burning. Without tears, slut, killer, Zach is dead. Through the wall, I can hear the thump, the thud, thud, thud of the stupid girl next door's music. There's five of them in there, college students, but the loud music one never seems to go to apartment. And Zach was alive. I hate music. It hurts my ears, my brain, even the membranes in my nose. Okay. When hip hop and hillbilly ramblings between symphonies and traffic noise, all of it hurts. The best thing about going up to the greats is that there is no music there, no noises to make me grind my teeth, only only wind through trees, foxes burrowing, beer running, ice cracking, a mockingbird singing their never repeated three note sequences, each note clear, each note clear as rain water, wood thrushes. There wood thrushes trilling beautiful sounds. Zach loved music. He couldn't understand my hate. Zach is dead. I wish I had my dad's noise reduction. Like to sneak them from his room, but put them on, plug into nothing, dulling the thud through the walls. If I could, I'd wear them all the time, but I can't afford a set of my own. I'll ask for my birthday or Christmas or something. Not that my parents have much money. The only reason Dad has the headphones is because he had to back. He gets many things that way. Someone knocks at the door. Dad probably. Mom's coat always Mom's coat wasn't hanging by the door. Makai, Dad says. Makai, are you alright? I have no idea how to answer him. Zach is dead. Up to the farm. Dad says they're worried. They think I need fresh air. They want me to be able to run free. I'm wishing my I'm wishing mom and dad didn't know about Zach. Ever since Zach went missing, the greats have been calling. This desperate this despite sorry them not even having a phone, they have to ride all the way to the gas station and call from there. Grandmother, she would only talk to Dad and keep it as short as possible. Barking calls, Dad said. Now she only wants to talk to me. Makai says loudly, then she starts telling me what I should do. Go upstate and spend time with my family. I don't point out that I'm already with my family. Mom and dad are right there. She says coming upstate, staying on the farm, running in the forest is the best cure for a broken heart. I tell her I don't have a broken heart. It's still beating. The blood still moves around my body. It only aches when I remember to breathe. Grandmother isn't listening. A broken heart can make you pine away. She says, Till there's hardly anything left to bury. I swallow. Zach will be buried. I can't imagine him in a box 6 feet under. You'll be much happier up here, Makai, she says. The forest is good for you. I go into my room with the phone against my ear and shut the door. I've got Central Park, I say, holding the phone lightly too tightly. I'm willing, I'm willing it. Zach and me truly met. It's our place. Too tame for you, my love. My grandmother is not very loving. My grandmother is not very loving. She orders. She doesn't cajole, cajolly. Besides, Zach was not at all tame. Neither is Central Park. There's so much more for you to learn up here. We miss you, Makai. I didn't say anything. I never missed him. I missed Zach. I wish your Uncle Hillard was still with us. He talked sense into you. The healer I remember was what tech turn and gruff. He didn't spend time talking sense into anyone. Your aunt wants to talk to you now, she says. I listen to the phone going scratchy, muffled voices. I put my nose to Zach's sweater, breathe him in. His scent is fading. Mackay, great Aunt Dorothy shouts at the phone. That you? Yes. We want you to come up. Don't have to stay. Just a week or two. Get away from all the trouble. I'm not in any trouble, I say, kicking my desk. The metal clanks. Well, I suppose not. But your father thinks you need time away. Death isn't easy, especially not when you're young. I sign, making sure she can hear it. Then why would it be any easier upstate? Zach's still dead no matter where I am. You know it is, Makai. We're closer to nature up here. Nature fixes everything. Great Aunt Dorothy always says that. Nature always breaks things into a million pieces. Storms destroy wild wind, erode, 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 and everything rots. I have school. You're young. That's not so important. Besides, we can help you study if that's what you want. I'm a senior. My whole future is being decided. How will two high school dropouts help me study? They're crazy if they think I'm going to go live. They think I'm going to go live with them. How will they help me prepare for college? They call Jean what Dundries. They don't know anything. They talk as if I'm not going to college. They don't think I'm smart enough. I know I am. My favorite teacher, Yayeko Soji, says so. You're much happier up here, Makai. They always say that too, but it's not true. They think I am made of country with forest in my veins, but I'm a city girl. Sewers, rats, subways, that's what's in my veins. School history. Alright, oh shit. You know what? I'm gonna stop there, y'all. Whew. Alright, y'all. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, share this video with shit. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, share this video with any and everybody. Let them know what your girl is doing on this channel. I will probably continue this book tomorrow or whenever. Either way, I will come back and read more of it. And let me know if y'all like the book. I'll see y'all in another video. Love you guys. Thanks for supporting me. Those of you stop by, thank you for coming and stopping by. Love you all. And I'll see y'all later. Bye bye.